one. And we're live.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
It's Brandon with the e-commerce show, and it's
Becky with the eCommerce show.
So today we're going to be talking about growth hacks. I've got 5. Becky's got 5. You know how it works. 5 and 5. A lot of fun. My name is Brandon Wagner. I'm the president and founder of a Crumble Co. Candle Company. And with me, my mentor, my friend, Becky from BeckyJAnderson.com.
Yes.
Awesome.
We're happy to be here. We are happy to be here.
And we are live. I just triple checked on the page. We're working.
Okay. That's cool.
You want to go first?
Hopefully we have some of our peeps come into the room because we have lots of really good information to share. Okay. My first one. Are you ready for this?
Didn't mean bring it.
Growth hack. Never stop marketing. Marketing is like a freaking bath. You have to do it every day.
That's a really good way to put it, actually.
And I tell you how many people I see, they start their businesses and then they just sit there and expect that millions of dollars of orders to come in, and they just don't come in.
Define marketing.
You have to market. You have to show up. You have to do something, take action every day, and you have to be visible. And it's like, do social media marketing, do email marketing, just constantly be putting your business out there.
That's something we're always saying, be addicted to your business because no one else will.
Exactly. So it's like, I'd say email marketing is probably the very, very best one. You've got to be doing a freebie to collect names so that you can be doing the marketing. Like, what marketing are you using that's working for you? Well, besides social and email marketing?
I have them right here. Well, marketing, one of my big tips right here, and I'll throw it in here so I can continue the conversation, is retention. Marketing is all retention.
Yes.
If you're marketing to people, where are they going? You don't just stop marketing them after once. No one gets advertised to once. So retention, where are you collecting them to? Are they going to your list? With me, I double that up. I also put them in my group. Usually I get a percentage of them that also like my page. You know, that's how my page gets up to like 50,000 people. That's how the group gets to 15K. That's how the email list gets to 25,000.
Yeah.
We target them through 3 different avenues right there. And then within the email list, I still am asking them, go like our Instagram. Go do that. I'm getting them everywhere. Yep. You can retain. Retain is big for growth because you always say it. Anyone can get the sale, but
anybody can get the order, but can you get the reorder? That is whether you stay in business or not. Seriously.
My average order this month was $70.
That is so awesome because I'm telling you, in e-commerce, the average size order on a small ticket item like you have would be $35.
I just got
so you're doing double
for the whole year, but for this month it was $70.
Yeah, you're doing awesome. You are doing awesome.
Tax returns. Well, I did mine, so you're back. I'm back at you again.
You did yours. Okay. The next thing I would say, sales cures every stinking problem.
Oh my God. Hold on. I stick with that one all the damn time.
Day long. Sales fixes everything. I mean, seriously.
Everyone thinks I'm crazy though, but I'm like, no, Becky told me.
Sales fixes everything. It's like, you get more sales, you get more cash. It fixes absolutely every problem, just about.
I got payroll coming up and it's daunting. If I got rent coming up and it's daunting and we're kind of in a pinch, everyone's like, Brandon, we're already behind on orders. We can't do this. Stop putting things on top of us. And I'm like, you know what? The business is gone.
Never stops.
We weren't behind.
Never stops.
Let's bring those orders.
Never stops.
That's what
find more people. Find more people then if you're having a hard time. Yeah.
That's what we're doing right now. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I mean, I can't tell you how many times when I was in growth phase, it's like, bring your friends, bring your kids, bring your whatever.
We have a policy set up at this point where we're like, we'll give you $200 if you bring somebody and they stay for 6 months. Like, good money, please.
Yeah. And it's like, and the best kind of employees are the referral of your best employees.
They all get along anyway. Yeah, that's how I found all my best employees so far. So I got some new ones. And I'm finding them out and understanding them a bit. And they're doing really good. Yeah.
So what's your next one?
Oh, I got a lot of good ones. Okay, my favorite one that I talked about, I haven't talked about this one in a year. It's my fuck it, ship it motto. It's about the idea of dropping perfection and then just accepting that you'll improve over time. Usually people, example, Gene Wilder died, a.k.a. The guy from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Mm-hmm.
He's Wonka.
Yep.
And when he died, we did a memorial wax for him. And on his memorial wax, we put the date on his birth and his death. But the thing is, his birth and his death, he did not die at 35. No, he died in his 80s. We screwed really bad. And you're talking like 400 bars said that he died when he was 35 because we put his wedding dates, I believe, on instead of his... Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, he was an oldie.
We didn't make new labels because we couldn't afford the ink at the time. The printer was down. We had the products. We just needed to ship them. So I grabbed my Sharpie and I'm sitting there by myself, 400 bars, just scratching it off. One black mark through every single date, and we shipped them that day. I know so many business owners who would lose their damn minds if I told them I did that. Your customers
and you know
what?
They want the wax. They're going to take it out of the packaging and throw the packaging away. That's funny because I remember that issue where you were having a meltdown over something. It was an issue and you were going to remelt it. And I'm like, no, Brandon.
Oh my God. Oh,
do you remember that one?
I went out and purchased a crock pot to melt down a good couple hundred bars because I thought I'd have to completely remake them. And you're like, no, Brandon, put them back in packages, which we did, and put new labels on them, which we did. And now it's a best-selling scent of a scent that we had from before.
Aren't you glad you called me before you melted those?
I just put it on the stove. I hadn't turned the heat on yet. I just called her and I sat down and she's like, you turned that damn stove off.
They had a major mess up and he was going to melt down and start over because the customer didn't like the label or something. And I'm like, no, change the label and send it to somebody else. Who cares?
And it was an easy fix. It was so great. I was so happy.
Yeah. So it's just like getting creative in your sales. And that's the companies that are the most successful. They just come up with all these creative ideas of how to sell and just sell. Fixes everything.
We're going to put a big mural in the shipping room and it'll say, fuck it. And then it'll have a picture of a ship and then it. Fuck it, ship it. Right there, big on the wall. The mindset's clear. When you're packing, do what you got to do to get the order closed in that envelope and out the door. That's got to be the mindset. It can't be perfection. It can't be, Brandon, I don't have this one thing, so I have to stop everything I'm doing. It has to be, you have to figure this out on your own and get it out.
Yep, you do. You just have to do it.
Because you got to get the next orders in. The orders that are in, they're great. Get them out so you can get the new ones in. It's all about the new order. Exactly.
So what's your next one?
Okay. I have a couple really good ones here, and I'm kind of in between all of them. One of them is increasing the cart value of your current customers already. If you have a recurring product, especially, which you should always have a recurring product. If you don't, add on recurring products. I know Donna, who sells pet collars, she started selling pet food as well. And of course, pet food's recurring. People are going to come back, and therefore repetitive income, which is everything. If you sell a product that's not, you could find a way. Do a monthly subscription, that kind of thing. But regardless, even if you don't, just having a couple add-ons, if you're selling dog food, well, sell dog bowls. You can bring a $25 cart up to a $35 cart. That's money in your pocket.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, the best products, if you can find them, are the consumable, like you said, because they're going to consume them, they're going to love your product, and they're going to come back. So
your base product, it can be a side product, just have it. Something has to be consumable.
Yeah, that was one thing I loved about my business. It was a consumable, so people would come back again and again and again. Yeah, and you have the same issue. Okay, so this is my next one, that I have preached to you a million times. Can you guess what it is?
No, there's too many.
Because I'm constantly preaching to you. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Okay. All of them. I have a book and I couldn't pick. Hit me.
Okay. Know your numbers.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep. That is the one I have preached over and over and over. And it's so important for your growth because guess what? You can't manage what you don't measure. And so there's certain numbers that you absolutely have to know every day, every week, every month, every quarter, every year. And that would be your daily sales. Okay, so like if I was you, I would want to know, what are my daily sales? What are my weekly sales, my monthly sales? I would want to know, how many boxes did I ship? Am I trending up? Am I trending down? I would want to know if my freight costs are in alignment to, that they're not trending up or trending down. That's why you kind of want to know the number of boxes shipped. I would always want to know, what are my accounts receivables? What are my payables? You don't want to get those out of alignment either. You don't want your payables to be more than your receivables. So those are important numbers to know. You want to know, what are your labor percentage to sales? Okay. because that's a number that can run away from you really fast if your labor gets too high.
Really addicted
Yeah.
to hearing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's a number because you're on such a growth path. You should really be watching that one. And then inventory levels, because your inventory is an asset that's on your books.
I'm obsessed with my inventory levels, but already every night, almost every night, so at least every other night, I have a notebook, and it's just the same math again and again and again, just updated with new information.
Yeah.
And I do the math of my whole business every other night. It's ridiculous. I'll go through us. I'll check what we've been doing here. If I have a new number, I'll just input it. And I just need to know the numbers in my head. And then when people ask me like about my business, I just spit all these numbers out and they're like, how do you know that? It's just because
you have to know your numbers.
It gives me so much security to know my numbers.
Yeah, and you always feel like, gosh, worst case scenario, if the business went in the crapper, you take your inventory, you take your receivables, you could liquidate if you've kept those numbers in alignment so they're never higher than your payables, and there you go. You're in good shape. So especially as you're scaling, that's really important. Well, actually, I think from day one it's important, but especially as you're scaling to know your numbers.
I love the money cliff thing you were talking to me yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I do that constantly. We'll push our way up. We'll have $100,000 in the bank. Then we'll have $10,000 in the bank, and we'll push it up. We'll have over 100. Then we'll have like $1,200 or $1,300 in the bank. But we'll keep doing it, and it's like a step ladder, and it gets bigger every time. And when you have $10 million in the bank and you go down to 1 million, boo-hoo, you have $10 million in the bank.
Yeah, but you have to, knowing your numbers helps get you there. I remember, this is what's so funny, I remember when you couldn't even pay your rent. Do you remember that?
I've been there. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Everybody's been there. Everybody. We all started at zero.
Easy. I'm so far ahead on my complete lease now for both places. I paid the full cancellation of my place today, the other place. I'm putting down deposits on the other place. I've got no issue now.
That's good. That's good. But you've had to work hard to get there, which is good.
I remember calling my mom like, Mom, I'm broke.
Yeah, that's fun. It's fun to see. It's fun to see success.
Mm-hmm.
See, sales cured everything for you.
Sales cure all. That should be my office.
That should be a motto hanging up. Sales cures everything. Yeah, you just get out and hustle more.
Because customers would be like, what? But it's just the really bitter truth of business. Things like sales, they do cure everything, and they keep the fun parts of the business alive. Yeah.
What's another growth hack you have?
I've got so many left. Okay, so one of my biggest ones was to hire before you're ready. Especially when you're starting out. I mean, obviously when you're big, you don't want to bring on another team with 20 people and then realize you don't need them. But when you're small and it's on the line of hiring one person at a time, hire before you're ready. Once things start getting tense, you should be hiring. You should not be working on the floor. That's actually, I have 2 tips here. Hiring before you're ready, because growth is your only job. I think
growth is. Yep.
You don't need to be pouring the product. You don't need to be packing things. You don't need to be bossing employees around. That's what managers are for. Growth is all you need to focus about until you can hire somebody to do that for you too.
Yeah. And you know what? You start at one. Like I started hiring a friend part-time so that she could do the things that were the lower cost per hour so that I could do the things that would bring in more sales, and I could go find more sales reps. I could go find more showrooms. I could find more accounts. So you'd leverage your time. So rich people have one thing in common, and that is they leverage their time. They hire people to do the stuff that would take up their time that's not important that they do. Nobody's going to care if you're the one pouring the wax or if somebody you hired is pouring the wax. But if you're working on the next campaign or working on your marketing or working on getting sales, that's why you're growing. That's why you're growing. It's really important to leverage your time. I would so agree with that one.
That's 2 of mine. Your turn.
Okay. I would say social media. Okay. This is an important one because everybody's on social media and they're all picking all these platforms. Make sure you really know where your traffic's coming from, because I can honestly tell you, most of my clients, Pinterest is their number 2. Facebook is their number 1. Don't be spending all your time on Instagram or Snapchat if it's not bringing you traffic. Find out from Google Analytics, where is your traffic really coming from? And then spend more time there.
Platform and jumped onto Facebook.
Yeah, it's like spend more time where your traffic's coming from, because really it's like if you look at the numbers of Pinterest, how many people are there? And it is a search engine. It's not a social platform, but it's where a lot of conversions are coming from. So you're not on Pinterest yet.
I know you're going to say that. I know I'm not.
Can you imagine the success?
Someone to set it up, because that's one of those things.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you this, though. It's really important to fly to the roots that make money. That's another one of my things. Fly to the roots that make money. But Facebook is number one for you. So stay there and really work it and become, like you're the guru there. But you can start, now that you've mastered that, branching into one more and become a master on that too.
Yeah, I mean, now that we've got kind of a stable full-time team, now the biggest candle Facebook group, that's when it's time to go, okay, we got this down pat.
Yeah.
Jump into unfamiliar waters. It's been a while, but yeah, we need to do that.
Yeah. Okay, buddy, hit me. What you got?
I have the collaborations. And pitching too, because you have to pitch the collaborations most of the time. It's pretty rare people are going to come to you. One of our biggest collaborations was not even a collaboration really. It was a wholesale client, but still, nonetheless, pitched to wholesales. It's a collaboration if your website's on the packaging. The Gilmore Girls subscription box. They were a customer of ours, the owner of that company, and then before you know it, she's like, can you make custom stuff for that? And I gave her the full professional pitch. Here's the PDF. Here's the rundown. Here's what I can do for you. I gave her a pitch, and I said, yes. And here's what we could do. Here's a big minimum. I got ballsy in that one. But she is on our team. She is always ordering, and it's a subscription box. So it's every other month, too. It's our biggest client. And she has so many customers, and it's brought us so many customers. So that was a good collaboration.
Yeah. Yeah, collaboration is really important. It's like the joint ventures, the whatever. I think in any form of business, any way you can collaborate with other people. And you know what? Collaborate with your competitors. I can't tell you how many times I had to call in favors from competitors. I'm short on this or I'm short on that and I can't get it. Do you have any extra? And when people called me and asked for stuff, you bet I stepped up and helped them. And they would for me too. And your competitors are good ones to have good relationships with.
I have a couple of good competitor friends, and it's funny to watch us all growing at a certain rate while there's a certain amount of competitors who are just really getting stuck in the slums, and they're like, wow, we hate Crumble Co. They're such a little blah, 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 and we hate this company. And they're just this tiny little thing that's not going anywhere. And we stopped out because they're not working with people, and they're not being nice. If you ain't nice in business, you're going to get stomped out.
Well, and you know what? The way you scale too is to have really good relationships in the industry. And it's like, that's how you build them, is you start getting to know the people. And you know what? There's enough business for everybody. It's all how creative you're
that's my biggest phrase. I love that.
Yeah, and there's enough business for everybody. And you know what? If you're sharing information and you're sharing, it's like, you know what? It comes back to you tenfold. Because you can help a customer or you can help a competitor or whatever. And guess what? When they need help, you're going to step up. Or when somebody needs a referral, it's like they're going to remember that you helped and they're going to remember that you were there. And it is a big deal. Yeah. Can't tell you how many times I've done that over the years. So those relationships you're building and forging right now while you're in that startup phase are so important. Especially if those companies are going to get big as ours. Yeah. Yeah. Like we have 10,000 candles that we need to go like today. Do you want them? Yeah. Yeah. I had a competitor come to me that had a big, huge PO for Walmart, and they didn't have enough production space to fill it. And they're like, could we use your lines and could you help us get this out? And I'm like, absolutely. Let's fit you in the schedule. And it's like, gosh, he'll remember that. I need something. Call him up for a favor. So it's amazing how those relationships come back when you help somebody out like that. So I think that's really good that you're starting doing those types of, collaborations and building those relationships now, because it will come back. So, are you ready for my next one? I am. Okay. Use video. That is one thing that is growing so much now. And I know you are using it a lot, and I know it's helping you, because how often do you stream live in your Facebook group? I try to at least once, maybe twice a week. I mean, video is the number one, touched with type stuff on Facebook. People, they click photos sometimes. They never really interact with text posts. But if you go on Facebook now, you see it's nothing but videos throughout your live feed. That's a reason algorithms like video. So give into it. Yeah, yeah. It is. It's really, it's the way you get it out there. So, and if you look at some companies that have been really successful with video, okay, you're familiar with Dollar Shave Club. Yeah. And, they're famous. Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, they take that and they stretch the reach there. Okay, then you've also heard the story of Orabrush, right?
I have one. Yes.
I think I've told you about that story of Orabrush, right? So,
I haven't heard the story, but I definitely have an Orabrush.
Yeah, well, so for those that haven't heard the story of Orabrush, it's like they put all this money into a video. I think they put $40K and they only got 100 orders. Okay. So then they had this kid in the marketing department go to the boss and say, you know what, give me $500 and let me produce just an amateur video for YouTube. So he did that funny commercial about bad breath and dating and all that, and how the brush on the back of your tongue, whatever. And that thing went so freaking viral. They got 25 million views. 25 million views. And it brought them in $7 million in sales.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and it's like, it's those simple little videos that do that, that bring in the humor, the ones that kind of go live.
Big budget anymore. It doesn't matter the content quality. I mean, Dollar Shave Club, they had a big budget for theirs. Obviously, it was a huge setup where they were going through the warehouse and all that kind of stuff. But just as easily, that guy did it on that white screen in a fake lab coat and a fake or a brush with a fake tongue. Like,
yeah, and it's like, it's just amazing how the videos do. And it's like, it's so important to have that know, like, and trust factor in business, and video brings it quicker. Like, for example, this show. Here we are giving all these tips that we've used in our business. We both successful businesses. And we're just, people clearly will know, like, and trust us quicker than had we not done the video. So it's
blog post. Please read this.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's just so much easier because then they see us and they're like, okay, we're authentic. We really want to help. We care about your business. Give us your questions. Let us help you. Mm-hmm. And so it does. The video is just, now with the way social media and stuff is, it's huge.
With our group, I'm always answering questions one-on-one, and it gives people that whole, holy crap, he's actually down to earth. People are always saying that. And I'm like, am I? And then I'm like, well, yeah, I guess I am. I do interact with my customers. It's really easy to forget that's all you need to do. Turn the camera on, do a live stream.
Yeah, and you know what? Interacting with your customers is a really good one that you probably didn't even have written down. But you know what? Your best ideas and your best feedback comes from the trenches. Mm-hmm. It's like, I loved getting down in the trenches with my employees and with my customers, because then you know what's really going on.
The best names, two of the biggest bestsellers from this spring restock, both of them were from one of my employees. And since they did well, I got them Starbucks gift cards and stuff.
Yeah, and that's all it takes, because then they feel appreciated and they've shared. So yeah, it's a big deal.
Do you have another one? I have one more at the end.
Yes, I do. I have, okay, I don't know if you've done this yet. I think you have, actually. Use affiliates. Have you used affiliates yet?
Yeah.
The referrals where you pay people. Okay, so that's another thing that Dollar Shave Club has done really well.
Oh,
so
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the way you can do, well, and even not necessarily, you don't even have to pay them cash. It's like, I know that they say on their thing, tell your friends and earn free monthly products. Mm-hmm. Okay. So then they forward the link, and then if their friends click on that link, then they can get a free box or credit towards a box or something like that. So you don't always have to pay cash on the affiliates. Mm-hmm. And the affiliates, it's a great way to, spread. Like if you think back in the day when Hotmail was growing, okay? Do you remember the signature at the bottom of everybody's email? It said, do you want free Hotmail or something like that? And they'd click that link. And I think the numbers when Hotmail started, they had a small amount, but they had that link on the bottom. They were getting 3,000 new people a day on Hotmail just because of that link, which grew to 1 million in 18 months. And by the time I think they sold, they had like 8.5 million, all from using that little link and the sharing thing. So if you can get people to share, it's kind of like the videos and everything. It's share because, you like the content, so share with your friends.
We had a big loophole in it, but the tech team has been on that, fixing it up, because it brings in a lot of extra stuff. And people, when they get free stuff and they're earning something, it gives them a good something to work for, and they want to come back. If they're like, well, if I do one more thing here, we give points back, stuff like that. Because people are coming back. Like when you go to Starbucks and they give you a punch card, you're going to come back because you want to fill that punch card up.
Absolutely. Yeah. And the affiliates too, it's not that hard to set up, especially like if you're on eCommerce or if you're on Shopify or some of those apps. I mean, like I know the one you used, Referral Candy or something like that. Wasn't it like $10 a month or?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're pretty cheap to do. And you can get creative in how you pay or what you pay. And I think they're worth it.
Mm-hmm. I actually haggled our price down. It was like I got 25% off because I was like, look, we're a big client.
Yeah.
We're helping someone else if you don't come down. And they came down.
Yeah, and affiliate income should be one of your buckets.
Mm-hmm.
It should be one of your buckets. Because remember, I want you to have 5 buckets where you get revenue from.
My last one is kind of related to affiliates. It's for bigger business kind of expansions, but it's franchising.
That is a good one.
We're doing that right now. We're writing the franchise agreement to send it out on April 10th.
That's cool.
Because then you have a second business running.
Yeah.
They're marketing themselves and all that kind of stuff, and it's just passive income. You do nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what else? Another one that made me think of another one that I know you've done, and I did a lot of, and that's private label.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of funny. So I see people in the different chat rooms, and they'll say, oh, somebody asked if they could private label my product. And I'm like, no, I've worked too hard. This is my baby, blah, blah, blah. And I just laugh and I go, that is not big picture thinking. That is not big picture thinking. I'm like, who cares? Because they have a different market than you, and you're providing the product, and you're getting the sell as well as them getting the sell.
I know that product would. Oh, my favorite story is those stupid little mini bath bomb melts I wanted from this company. I was like, I want to white label these. All you gotta do is send them in the big bulk batches, and we will package them. We will label them. We order them at a normal wholesale price.
Yeah.
Biggie. And they refused us. They acted like we were the plague. And I was like, you're an idiot. And you know what? Their Etsy is no longer in existence.
Yeah, it's so funny when you don't think big picture. And it's like, seriously, if somebody loves your product enough to ask to be able to buy it, and if you can fit the margins in so that there's enough room in there where you can make money and they can make money, at the end of the day, you're still going to sell.
Make your money.
I remember you asked me that early on. Do you remember?
I hate wholesale too. I used to be like, I'm not doing wholesale. I'm definitely not white labeling. And you were like, hold, sit down, boy, kid.
You gotta have 5 buckets, kid. 5 buckets.
That quickly brought us up from 0 to 10K a month by itself.
And it will. And it's what'll get you to the $1 million mark too.
Bring it on. Well, that's all mine.
Yes. Oh, and we have a few comments. Donna said, love you too. Oh, we love you too. We're so grateful you guys are on. I don't think Brandon sent our email out, so we didn't get all of our people in the room, but they're going to have to watch the replay.
No. Everyone's just coming in now. Hi, everybody.
And guess what? Guess what? The email would have given them the link, right? Did you send the email out? You didn't. You just put it on the Facebook, right?
I put it in the group, yeah.
We didn't. See, we were preaching email, and we didn't send the email out.
I have the tab up. I didn't click send.
We're going to have all of our people from the group have to watch the replay. Does anybody have any questions in here? Because, yeah, we've given all the tips. We have given all the tips. Right? Well, Brandon, where can they all find you?
Warehouse stuff.
Yeah.
Where to find us? Okay, so again, you can find me at crumbleco.com. It's just a candle company, lots of fun. And you can always find Becky, my awesome mentor and friend, at beckyjanderson.com. She can help you grow your business. And usually if you sign up with her, you can hit me up with a couple questions too, and I'll always help.
Yeah. We really appreciate you guys, and we love doing the show. We will be back next week, same time, same place. But next week, we'll send out the email.
I knew you were going to say that. The tab's right next to it. And I was like, wow, slow show. And I was like, oh, shit.
And Brandon says potty words we might have to bleep out. I guess you can do those, right? Or can you do those?
I said that for like 20 times today.
Okay. So anyway, so yeah, we, and give us your ideas on things that you want to learn about. We have some questions on our list from people that we want to feature on the show. And also we learned that Be Live TV is going to be making it so we can bring people in the room soon. So we are so excited to be doing the hot seat for our people in the room here, where we can invite you in and help you grow your business by answering your questions and taking your challenges on the spot. Right, Brandon?
Yes, and we will change the fire link. I'll go do that right now, actually.
Okay, all right, everybody. That's a wrap. Sorry, you're going to have to watch the replay. See ya. Okay, bye.